So you find that you are having issues with your grip strength and biking. You're fatiguing out through here. You may be getting some numbness and tingling. You're just almost getting that pump feeling that you've been climbing a lot. Let's work on some exercises to help you relieve some of that feeling and to help you gain some strength and also support yourself so you can ride better. First things first, how is your cockpit set up? So before we get into any exercises, I want you to take a quick peek at your actual setup here. You want to be able to have a nice resting position here with your hand. You want your forefinger, your index finger to be resting on the actual brake lever, and you want it to be a nice, easy pull in. You want to be able to, as you are resting your finger on there, for it to be comfortable, and as you initially start to pull, you can gauge on and gauge off with it. You don't want to have to pull in as hard as you possibly can, and you don't want it to be so far away that you can't quite rest your finger onto your brake lever. And so use some of the mechanisms that they have to move your lever in and out, and also to help you with moving your system in and out of the actual bar. Your sweep of your handlebars makes a huge difference here as well. Sweep is how back the far ends of your bar are comparatively to the middle here. And the lower the angle of sweep, aka the more straight your bars are, the more aggressive your stance has to be on the actual bike, meaning the more elbows out you'll have to be and the more over top of your bars that you'll need to be when you're in the downhill riding position out of the saddle. And this will make you have to work harder for some of your accessory muscles to support yourself so you can feel supported with your wrist and your grip and your hands. Because if you're not able to use these muscles and or your core, then you have, and you'll automatically be set up for issues with numbness, tingling, issues with grip strength, and issues with hand control and steering of your bike. Because we need everything to work as a system and as a chain. And if you're failing through here, then you are going to overgrip and you're trying to get it from the stability of your bike. And it just doesn't work out well for you. And so checking out some of my videos on upper body strength and or control, shoulder strengthening exercises that I have here, that would be a great mechanism of helping yourself feel better so you can ride your bike with better ease and not just the grip exercises that we're going to go over in this. For a specific grip exercise, one of the things you can do is you can grab an actual weight. This weight needs to be a dumbbell type weight, and it doesn't have to be a heavy weight. 5-pounder is great. One of the things you can do is just twist that weight up, and then you'll flip your hands and you're going to twist your weight up again. This helps you with flexion as you're twisting it this way, and it helps you with extension or raising your wrist up as you're going through here. Now, if you want to incorporate working on your shoulders, which you should want to, instead of just doing it here as you're holding it, you'll hold it farther out and you'll do it here. And even just doing straight wrist curls, holding onto it in different angles will help you with increasing your wrist and forearm strength as well as your grip strength, because things that control your wrist reside in your forearm, and also things that control the flexion, extension, and gripping of your fingers also reside in your forearm. And so having both of those being strengthened as you're doing these are key for you feeling better with it on your bike. One of the other exercises that you can add are carries. I love carries because you can do them, load up your weight, and then you just walk. These carries are suitcase carries or even just single-handed carries that are down by your side, farmer's carries as well. And as you are doing this exercise, you're really working on your total grip strength. One of the things you can actually even focus on is gripping with these fingers and letting this one chill and relax. Because as you're actually gripping at certain things, gripping the bike, these muscles need to act separately from this guy. And then same thing goes, you can also do these carries with just these fingers, your thumb and your index finger. And holding that, obviously it will be a much lighter weight, but working on just holding with those and relaxing the other rest of your hand, because these guys need to be relaxed sometimes when these guys are working. We don't want to over grip here as this guy is also gripping, but we don't want to cause the opposite reaction of just gripping your entire hand at once. The reason why we use just this single index finger as our breaking finger is that mechanically and muscle wise, it has its own separate muscle. We have the muscle that controls just the flexion of this finger, and we have one that controls the main majority of our hand. And so it allows us to break and to relax the rest of our hand as we are breaking. And so working and understanding how to use those muscles differently helps you with your grip strength. And so doing carries with holding with just the main meat of the hand and or just your index finger and your thumb make a huge difference for helping your grip strength. The other thing that you can do during actually even workouts to help you increase your grip strength is use kettlebells. Doing bottoms up kettlebell things or doing other kettlebell swings, just using kettlebells as a whole, since the body of the weight, the bell part is farther away from your hand, you now have to grip and hold on to that weight differently. And you have to use these muscles differently than if you just were holding a dumbbell. It's one of the reasons why I like kettlebells a little bit better is because they're just a little bit more dynamic. So to kind of wrap everything up in this, one is making sure that your shoulders and your core are nice and strong so you can offload your arms. Making sure that you don't have too aggressive of a sweep or too straight of a sweep for your bars. Having a little bit more sweep angle might actually be better for you. And also, I didn't mention it, but the width of your bars, you may want to come in with that because that'll allow you to relax your arms a little bit more. Also, doing twists with the weight, both this direction and this direction, will help you with your grip strength. Using kettlebells and or different dumbbells for carries, suitcase carries, farmer's carries with these guys, and then with these guys to help you with understanding your load and understanding those grip strengths as they focus differently. And then just using kettlebells as a whole for your workout. I hope this was helpful. Check out this video if you have other hand numbness issues. It goes over a lot of this in-depthly. It's one of my beginning videos, so it's not quite as greatly edited, but there's so much good information in there. Cheers, y'all.